ball. Welcome to the Yankee Spring Training, presented 3.17 ERA. And Clark Schmidt, one of the Yankee pitch team in their home white pinstripes. They do that in the first game. Captain since Derek Jeter retired, and he is Kevin Pillar is in left field. Orlando Arcia is 99 wins, losing the American League Championship Series. We hope you enjoyed last season as well. Here's with the Dodgers, 4 games. You see his numbers. And Schmidt, the pitches.
Seconds, and you can see that in that upper or that lower left-hand right-hand corner with the umpire starting that clock again.
Just a little bit.
3-2, 2 outs, and wound up.
Boom. That was the end of the game, and it ended in a tie.
Really. And the Yankees have been practicing this the whole time. The whole springers have an idea how much time they have to start that windup.
Paucity of violations, and the game will have a much quicker pace. Pitches upstairs.
At home plate, so each pitcher can see that clock.
It's going to have a different feel. Play 4 minutes. Looking for games that have a quicker pace, where there's more action. The throws over to first as we move along.
And for pitchers, so much. You're getting on top of the rubber and you're throwing the baseball. Or start that windup. So as soon as you start the windup, the clock stops.
Swing.
Down and away. You see where Trevino, he sits on the outside part of the plate. Nice job.
Is that the pitch doesn't have to be delivered. Just the motion 15-second clock. It doesn't have to be delivered in that time. So Mark, he doesn't have to deliver the ball before 15 seconds. Just the emotion has to start. Ground ball to playing right field is Aaron Judge. Left fielder is Aaron Hicks and Bryce Elder.
Bryce Elder had a little time last year in the big leagues. He had 10 games. Like I mentioned, a backup plan. The Braves have a very good rotation with Fried, right, injury, and also Ian Anderson.
Rap foul. They're looking to build on the 24 home runs, 76 runs batted in. Torres said yesterday, and you know, some of the talk is, well, it's going to be tough on pitchers. Ground ball up the middle, it's a base hit.
Little tendencies that they go through at the plate, and you know, you look at you go back, they have to be in there at 8 seconds.
And here is Aaron Judge, the American League MVP. We mentioned the 62 home runs. First in practically everything except for batting average, came that close to a triple crown.
Leg or the hands, and that clock stops.
And for those that are new to the rules, Elder can walk. So you've got 2 throws that they will use judiciously. That one is ripped, and a diving. Nice play by Dunan to get the ball, but the throw was not. So here's Aaron Hicks. A lot on the plate to what he did about 3 years ago. And they feel that will engage him. So he had a disappointing season last year, 2-6.
And like you mentioned, cutting down the strikeouts.
That was a strike. So runners on first, it's not able to be done anymore. There's a ground ball, base hit.
You see that second baseman playing in shallow right field, and that's an out.
Here's Trevino.
This stuff down, because we're not repeating it.
Oh, we're repeating it over and over and over again. 2-0 count on Trevino. High drive, left field. That could go.
Hanging breaking ball from Elder. His first home run of the spring.
Peraza.
And the pitcher have to get in. The hitters not going through their rhythm and happen to be in the box with 8 seconds remaining.
What was his reason?
Well, you know, and I think velocity could go down as well, because the pitchers don't have all that time in between. I mean, they have pitching into the shift. You're going to have to hit your spots. But now all of a sudden, you know, you're seeing game. These guys are locked position players on one side of the infield.
Ortega.
You're going to have to learn to set up guys. You're going to have to maybe pitch inside a little.
Down in Tampa talking to the Yankees, so he's got all the info you need. The This could be 2.
Not get over the fact that it was 234. He said, Meredith, last year this is a 330 game. I have spoken to Jeff. You mentioned the fact that the Yankees from day one with their pitchers had a clock on them, make sure they received. And I think about that shift rule, and I think about Anthony Rizzo and how he is going to benefit from that. And he told me that he added a pitch to his repertoire. He added a cutter this offseason that is really going to come into play for Clark Schmidt. They like the way he's been throwing so far this spring.
Hey, Meredith, have a good winter?
I don't.
Good, very good. I know you're a world traveler. We'll get into that later on.
The umpires are also going to crack down a little bit on the foreign substances as well. You know, umpires did a little, okay, hey, let's check the hands, which, you know, and then you're done, and in different areas and doing different things. And the cutter is one of those pitches that you really grip on. You know, with a curveball or a slider, you might need that better grip. You might need, if the ball's a little slip, and you can get better result. And if you can master that pitch, it's a pretty nasty pitch, and you can throw it to righties as well.
Yankees lead 4-0 on the Trevino Grand Slam. Shoulder surgery, and they're hoping they get him back toward the end of the year, but there's no guarantee. Swing and a miss.
The lefties hit 268 off of Clark Schmidt last. He can go inside with that fastball, and he's got the righties. And the lefty adding that cutter, you know, that definitely helps him.
That's a good pitch.
Because every pitch matters. This is the perfect time to work on that cutter.
Swing and
Kitty's been around. 2018, he's a Yankee.
high school 24th overall in 2013.
Base that's going to help Anthony Rizzo. And they're not going to change. You can't see. You're going to hit it where it's pitched, and no need to change their approach.
They'll try to be smarter, and in order to take overs, you can't have more than 2 infielders on each side of second base.
It's a good look at the outfield. And can you imagine give the whole one side of the infield empty? But that's a base hit. You giving up one side.
Rules of you know, shift restrictions is because people wouldn't take advantage of pay to hit it over the wall. So I don't know if they'll take advantage. If they do, then you can't do it. That would be
where the left fielders or the outfield has to stay put.
That one is. Matt Swarmer
ends up being a base hit.
Yankee fans might remember Matt Swarmer. He pitched at Yankee Stadium last Jings and allowed 6 solo home runs. Judge, cup of coffee with the Cubs, and here's Judge. 1-1.
Coming out of the bullpen. He's got those a fastball and basically fastball slider guy. With the shift in the infielders, when you went over the graphic, it's in. They wind up being on the dirt when the pitch is released, but they start in the grass.
Well, they were looking at. It's a new world, Jeff. I'm excited.
In the dirt from the grass.
And there's a walk to Judge.
It was the Cubs-Giants game yesterday in spring training in Arizona, and they'll still.